Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my video for the Jewelry Making Fun collab 2023, and it's hosted by Dahlia Designs Jewelry and More, who is Deb Houck. And each month we have collars that we are to use in our projects, and there are 2 optional challenges when we are creating our projects. So for the month of February, we were to use the collars purple, blue, and gold. I kind of fudged that a little bit, and I'll show here in a second what I did. Optional challenge 1 was to incorporate mixed metals, which I did a little bit. And then option 2 was to make a beaded flower or use flower beads. Well, I kind of used leaves, and I used some flower bead caps. So I guess that's kind of sort of doing that optional challenge there. So here's what I used. I used a Jesse James bead mix called Vibrant Iris. There are some bluish tinted kind of beads in here that have sort of a blend of, it depends on like the light. This is sort of a bluish gray on one side, and then on the other side there is more of like a shiny purple, almost like a metallic purple. These right here are a very like sort of a bluish purple. So I didn't use those, but I did use, after I'd already got a project completed, I was thinking I probably should have used a couple of these beads that have sort of these smoky blue-gray color or bluish purple color, but I didn't. So the first pair that I made, these do not have any of the blue in them, but they did come out of that mix that has the bluish purple beads. This has the little boho beads, which I love. These aren't as big as the ones that come on the bead strands, but I love how they're tiny, like a little baby boho bead. Here is that sort of a flower bead cap. It's sort of a fluted shape, but it definitely is a flower. And then I used a teeny tiny little purple crystal, and then this is a teardrop shaped bead. And I really like how these look. And in the mixed metals, these have silver and gold on the bead. I did use the gold findings, but the beads themselves have silver and gold on them. So that's where I'm saying I did kind of sort of do the mixed metals. And so here's what the pair looks like. Very lightweight, but I love how chunky they are. They're not super chunky, but I love the little baby boho beads. And of course, anything Jesse James, I absolutely adore. So there is the first pair of earrings that I made. The second pair, these beads, these crystals here are sort of it depends on how the light hits it. It looks sort of blue from one side and then purple from another side, another direction. So that's how I say that I pulled in some blue, because like on one side it looks more darker purple, and then if you turn it another direction it has blue tones in it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then here is a leaf charm that I've added. I took some chain, I cut 3 links. The middle piece with the leaf charm has 10 links of chain, and then I went down to 7 and then down to 4, and then I just used these little sort of like oval teeny tiny beads and just put them on a head pin and did a simple loop and hung them from the end of the chain. And I really love how these turned out. I think they are so pretty. There they are, the 2 of them side by side. Very nice and flowy, dangly, but super lightweight. The top section here, I used several different kinds of findings. I did use the teeny little crystals that were in the mix for the top and bottom, and then I used a rhinestone little spacer bead at the next after the crystal, and then there's super tiny little bead caps on these crystal beads here in the center, and so it just gives it a nice little finished look. And there is what my pair of earrings look like. Love these. I love the flowiness, the movement. Love anything that's long and dangly. So there are the 2 pairs of earrings that I made. I didn't use like bright, like darker blue colors. I just went with sort of the hint of blue. Like I said, the mix is called Vibrant Iris. And I don't even know if this is available anymore. I was digging through my stash because I know in the past that I've gotten bead mixes that have like blues and purples together. And this was in the very bottom of a box where I have a bunch of my bead mixes, and like I don't even have any idea if this is still available. I don't know when it was released, but this is the name of the mix that I used. And now that I've got these out, I have some ideas for some more jewelry. This bead I think is so pretty. I have to kind of work with that. It's kind of lifted a little bit. This filigree, sort of a it's like covered in this really cool little design, and it's just a purple bead with this like filigree wrap around it, so that's cool. And then there's some little, I always love the tassels that they include in their bead mixes. A couple more of those larger teardrop beads, so a lot of fun stuff still left to play with. But there are the earrings that I made. I'll have in the description below the other ladies who are participating in this collab. Please go and check out their channels and their videos, and I will see everyone in the next video. Thanks for watching.